sometimes we also have to believe that the world is fair. Like, you know, we might have seen unfair things growing up. We might have been so scared that what if this is going to be a situation that somebody's going to just steal something that you know is meant for you from you, or there is not going to be, you know, like a fair outcome. There might have been that fear, there might have been that test, right? But you know what it is, things are fair. Like somehow, some way, things do work out in a fair way. And I feel like here, Justice card, it is this fairness, fair outcome, you're victor. Hello my dear Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing your June. Well, we'll see if there is a time frame. It's anytime you're watching this in June, maybe even later, it would be relevant. Of course, it's usually the most relevant when I post it, and then if there is a time frame that's going to come up, I'm going to mention it. But to me, it feels like, yeah, anytime right now, June, by the end of June, this will be still resonating. So before we get started, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. An announcement for my current returning clients. So if you are someone I've already given, like we've already established, you know, a connection, so to say, if you've had readings with me before you book something, please do reach out via messages or email, whichever way we used to communicate, because there is going to be a different payment method I will be giving to book a reading with me. It's going to be hopefully much easier in terms of like there is going to be lower fees, and like there's not going to be basically all the fees that my previous shop was charging, which I don't even get it. They just charge a shit ton of, excuse my language, of money that I don't even get. So there's a different link for my returning clients. Prices are the same, but without the fees, basically. So yeah, so if you're my returning client, that's the way to book with me. If you're a new client, still go for now through Etsy. I will soon have another option for that as well. But yeah, links to everything is down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get started. Well, so what is going on right now? Let's just take a few general cards first, and let's talk a little bit about astrology. So as I'm recording this, we have Mercury conjunct Uranus. We just had Jupiter North Node conjunction, and Venus is entering Leo right now, where it's going to stay until October 8th. And going to go retrograde there. And by the way, look at this, we have happy and regeneration. So don't worry about anything. I feel like you guys are going to get your way, which whatever is happening, something is really going to like unfold for you, I'm hearing. And when Venus enters Leo, I think it's going to be the day when I post this, it's going to oppose Pluto, which is your ruling planet. So expect some kind of turnaround of something, maybe some kind of creative project, not necessarily related to love, but it could be about creative project, something you've been trying to figure out. So especially if there's been something you've been trying to figure out, you were kind of like, why is this like maybe not working out, or why is this taking so long, or whatever question you had. It could be other questions. You will, I feel like, receive news. If you haven't received news yet, there is going to be some kind of truth spoken. I feel like you're going to be on the receiving end of that, but you could be telling someone as well some kind of truth. Maybe it's a conversation, a very honest conversation you're going to have. It's going to be a very eye-opening conversation, which is going to really make you understand how important you are to someone. And also on this particular deck, I see this owl, yes, and it's standing on this mask. So I'm feeling like, especially if you maybe haven't been truly speaking your truth previously, you've been kind of holding back, or if somebody's been doing this to you, quite possibly also kind of holding back, right now you're just gonna go for it and you're gonna speak your mind. And I do think that there could be a little bit of a shocking quality to that because of Mercury Uranus conjunction and Venus opposing Pluto, but I feel like it's necessary. It's something maybe that could be like you really expressing how you feel about something, your opinion, and sometimes it could be a controversial one. It doesn't matter. Maybe not everyone necessarily agrees with you, but I feel like for you, speaking your truth is important. I am personally someone who always speaks my mind. Like I don't know how to be in any other way, but I do know that a lot of people, you know, hold back sometimes when they want to say something because, well, what's socially acceptable, what's not. There could be a million different reasons, right? But I feel like there is some kind of moment that really turns things around, and I think that this is going to be something that happens for you. I feel like it's happening now, honestly. I don't really see a time frame in the future. I feel like it's literally any moment, you know, when you hear this message. Maybe it already even happened for some of you. For sure, I think by the 14th of June. And what do we have? We have the new moon. So we just had the full moon also in Sagittarius, which might have been something that allowed you to see some kind of results from the seeds you've planted in November or December. You like really, like, let's just say you've been manifesting money since November or a new job and you finally got it now. Or even if, let's just say, you didn't get the job yet, you found like an ad for the job, or you found a recruiter or something, for those of you who are resonating with this like this. Or if you've been, let's just say, manifesting something, like even if you're still in the process of manifesting something, you maybe found some kind of practice that is 100% working for you. Like you are kind of like now, oh shoot, I should have been doing this before. So maybe you found out that you're someone who manifests, I don't know, I'm just going to give a random example, through vision boards, I don't know, or through some kind of, I don't know, through affirmations. Actually, I think affirmations are so powerful. Like even like, very quick sidetrack, but you know, guys, I'm super into manifestation. Like if I could do one thing differently, like in retrospect, because like I've gone full manifestation journey since last like November approximately. Like when eclipses happened, it was crazy. When eclipses happened, like opposite my ascendant, and like there was just a lot of crazy transits I was having in my chart. That's when it happened for me. And like obviously I was always into manifesting and stuff and like spirituality, but since last November I specifically like started studying Neville Goddard and like, you know, like this kind of like really more intense stuff. If I could do one thing differently, I guess going back to last November, December from the beginning, it would be, for me personally, affirming more. Like, you know how sometimes people say, oh, you shouldn't be affirming too much. Like, let's just say you're manifesting wealth and you're affirming every day that, oh, I make, I don't know, 100K a month, whatever it is, you know, you're about, I don't judge. And people say, oh, no, you shouldn't be affirming so much because it implies you don't have it, it's desperate. I disagree so much. And I used to also think like that. I would also go for all these coaches who would suggest, oh, change your self-concept, live as if, whatever. Like there's different manifestation techniques. And I'm not saying, again, from personal perspective, that manifesting techniques don't necessarily work, or other manifesting techniques don't work, or that like, oh, I've wasted time working on self-concept or improving just like, you know, my ideas maybe about relationships, money, or whatever. I'm not saying it's a waste of time, but if you have a specific desire, whatever it is, go straight into focusing on that, in my opinion. Like I wish that's what I've done, and affirming for that. So if you want to make 100K, I don't know, a month, for example, or if you want certain sum of money, instead of like, oh, fixing all your ideas, which is not a waste of time, but like, again, if you want to go straight into the desire, in my opinion, again, based on what I wish I did since November differently, it would be affirming more. Because I don't know, for whatever reason, people in manifestation community judge affirmations so much. They're like, why are you affirming all day? Again, from my experience, I wish what I did since November is affirming for at least a few hours a day in a trance-like state, because I've done this in the previous few weeks, and oh my god, you have guys no idea the kind of things that happened to me. And I'm like, why didn't I do this before? So basically, for some of you, there is maybe even some kind of truth you finding out about yourself, that, well, I am extremely great at manifesting at 3 a.m., praying to the cow. I don't know, something like that. And advice that I want to give you guys, for those especially who are like consciously creating something in your life now, whether it's love, whether it's money, abundance, anything you're doing, is keep going with it. Like literally, if you found out, if you are kind of in the same boat as me, you found out that something really does work for you, and it doesn't matter whatever time passed and stuff, if right now you commit to that practice and really do not waver from it, and if you just keep creating whatever it is, I am the most successful artist of all time, or I don't know, I am like, whatever it is, whatever you want to manifest, whatever your idea is, if you commit to it now, and no matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone has to say about your lifestyle, where for whatever reason you're spending so much time focusing on some idea or whatever it is, keep doing it. Do not waver from it, because I feel like this is the moment when you get it. And if you, let's say, did something as well in the recent past, and look at this, blessed, exactly. Like that's what leads to your blessings. And if, let's just say, in recent past You've done something where you did react to old stories, something from the past. Don't judge yourself from it. Just quickly move on and keep affirming for what you desire. That's it. Like that is it. I feel like for some of you, maybe this is like the result, of your previous manifestation. Don't overthink anything, because things are changing. Things are being generated now. There is something you're going to learn to be flexible with, and it's going to bring you a lot of peace, because it's almost like you're coming to the edge of something. I feel like actually there is no more observing. Like the observation part is complete. I don't know what it means. There is going to be somebody who is going to give you a leg up, and it could include some kind of travel journey, potentially either overseas or by the ocean. There is going to be somebody who is going to help you, because there was some kind of fork in the road. I do see that. It's almost like there used to be some kind of obstacle, but I feel like the obstacle is gone. And why is it gone? It's because you have created an opportunity. You have created an opportunity, and there is going to be a change of residence for some of you. Again, I've been seeing this energy for some time now. Now for Scorpio, what's going on that could show change of residency? Well, Jupiter is in your 7th house, which is about relationships. So maybe you are, like, I've seen this, by the way, when Jupiter transits 7th house, you might suddenly be more connected to foreigners, like somehow, especially because North Node is still there, which is foreign energy. You might like meet somebody either in a foreign country, or a person is a foreigner, or somehow foreign land is part of that, and you might change residency. It could be very much. You might relocate in terms of work too. There is also something here contractual that's being resolved, and I feel like for you, it's like it doesn't matter what's been going on, because the relationship, I feel like with friendships and stuff, you're gonna be able to mend it. Don't dwell on the past. I feel like you're gonna be very happy with how things turn out. And if, let's just say, you're still in a period where, like, okay, you're going somewhere in 2 weeks, don't question it, don't doubt it. Like, know that you're going somewhere, let's just say, in 2 weeks. And for now, just rest, like take more time to rest, or maybe organize your daily routine in a way where it really supports what you're creating for yourself. I feel like you're going to be very, very blessed. And let's see, round and round. I feel like the round and round time period where you were kind of going back and forth, or you saw sort of like cycles or circles or patterns that were maybe undesirable, this time is over, and you're ready for new life. And you know it. Look at this deep knowing next to it. Let me see. Yeah, there is definitely a change in the wind, and it's a good one because you feel blessed. So, like, don't rush things. I get it. You don't want to wait. So you might, like everything in life, we can change the story and we can manifest a different reality. So if you feel like, for example, you've been in this story where you constantly have to wait, there is some kind of obstacle, I don't know, like things are taking so long. Start, instead of fighting that, start instead of like being angry at that, by that kind of reconfirming and reacting to that and accepting that it's true, start just affirming something different. Everything I want comes to me now. Oh my God, things are happening so fast. It could be your affirmation. Things are happening so fast. Everything I want is coming to me so fast. Like, again, change the story. Sometimes like our mind is so tricky that we don't even notice how there could be some kind of quote unquote limiting belief that's plaguing, and making it like literally no one is in the way, but it's something within us. Maybe again, like I used to have this assumption, and again, I grew up like with a family that I grew up in, and with romantic movies that I watched, that when you're in love with someone, there's all these things that are in the way and drama. And like this was my genuine assumption, and my reality used to really reflect that. But then I was like, you know what? I can just affirm that no, there is no obstacles. Everyone wants us to be together. Oh my God, everyone is helping us to be together. And again, at first it might not make sense. You might like be like, what am I saying? Am I an idiot? But there is something, just try it, like something energetically that's shifting when you start consciously changing your assumptions about the world and about your reality. So take a breather, things will happen fast. I feel like there's also a lot of abundance actually coming to you. For some of you, you might change either, like, again, I'm seeing jobs, or a big change is just coming. And like, instead of trying to figure out why something happened this way, go on healing journey, again, from my perspective, just focus on speaking your truth, speaking your new story into existence, because I do feel like with Go the Distance card here, things will happen very fast for you. And it will start for some of you with some kind of message in the bottle. And you will decide what you want to deal with, what you don't want to deal with. If there's something you don't like, you don't have to accept it, like literally. Somebody also will try to clean something up. Maybe that happened before. It feels very, oh my God, it feels very faded, because you and another person might have this awareness that, oh my God, we're soulmates or something. Somebody might actually send you a message that they feel like you might be their soulmate, or they think you're their soulmate. It's something that I feel like you have been imagining, maybe something about imagining and kind of like discussing how to create something, how to build something stable, because there were some issues before with chaos and conflict, and somebody felt very, very lonely. But now, I don't know, after some kind of truth is spoken, you guys are feeling very happy with each other. Oh my God, you know why you're feeling happy with each other? Because you both have this like awareness that, oh my God, no matter what happens, you're gonna be loyal to me and you're gonna still choose me. And I feel like sometimes we are scared to go into some kind of situation, right? Or we are scared to deal with something because we have this deep fear of rejection in terms of like, will they accept me as I am? Will they accept me with all this, whatever it is, maybe some baggage, or maybe there's some kind of issues, or maybe some kind of side of you, right? That maybe a darker side, you know, I don't know what it is, but I feel like when somebody here finds out that you will, like you don't care, you just will deal with them, whatever it is that, you know, that needs to be dealt with, they're gonna be mind blown by how loyal you are. I'm seeing, yeah, look at this, and they will feel like they've hit the jackpot with you, because that's what they've always been looking for. So the focus will be on here and now. I was just like literally before I pulled this card, I was gonna say, how do we create what we wanted? Co-create comes in. Because there is some kind of serendipity about this. There is a feeling that's meant to be, and I feel like enjoy your time off, because there is going to be a lot of things picking up very quickly. Time to go. There's a big change that's coming. You've already been experiencing this, and I feel like, yeah, it's just, with especially like looking for Scorpio, how South Node, right, is going to be in your Libra 12th house. North Node is going to be in your 6th starting July, and Venus is going to be like your relationship planet, because it rules your 7th house, is going to be in 10th house of public recognition, fame, and status. I feel like you're going to be both very busy with work, busy with some kind of project you're very passionate about. You could be creative as well, and also your significant other, if you're in a relationship, or even if it's a new connection, your significant other might be like accomplishing a lot of things career-wise now. So it's a beautiful time. Now let's go right into like the love connection. Let's see what's going on. Wow, 17 minutes already. First row is you as always, second row your person. Let's do either 5 or 6. So let's see for each side. Okay, you have 3 of Cups. Have more fun too. Don't like, yeah, I was gonna say, I almost don't want to take these cards, because I was literally just gonna say that don't focus on the struggle. Don't focus on whatever it is you've been fighting, because I do think like there was something you've been fighting. There was some kind of challenge. But imagine yourself that you are in a timeline. Look at this, the Star and 10 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. Imagine yourself in the timeline, in the reality where that problem, where that challenge doesn't even exist anymore. Again, I like it works. Like there is something here that it's not going to be here anymore, just like in just a little bit more time. And you will look back and you will know you've won, you got what you wanted. But what I do feel like could be an issue is that you will be like, why was I so nervous about this? Why was I fighting this so hard? Where I should have just let it go and trusted that I'm going to get what I want. With this, obviously, this is, you know, general guidance. Use your own common sense first. But the start of the 10 of Pentacles, it's like you got what you wanted. So focus on the future, because again, everything that was confusing, maybe it was confusing because it was never your job to figure it out. You just need to know what, you know how in Bible even it says, right? Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe you received it, something like that. You just ask, you just know what you want, and it's not your job to figure out how it's gonna happen. Once again, like it's gonna happen. You just have to believe in this. Stop blocking your own intuition. Come on, guys. Like, yeah, your wish is fulfilled, but you just have to kind of trust, and like I'm not even gonna take this card. So we have Three of Cups, and let's reshuffle. I mean, if they're gonna come out again, they will, but don't fight it so hard. Yeah, look at this. Remember who you are. Queen of Wands. To me, for those of you guys who may be new to my channel, Queen of Wands is always Scorpio card, even though I know that it's a fire sign energy. To me, in my readings, Queen of Wands is the Scorpio card. It's significator of you. And why? Well, because you have 10th house midheaven, right? The Leo energy. You guys are passionate, like you guys are strong, you guys, you know, take no prisoners. I'm kidding. We have the High Priestess. So yeah, trust your intuition, be more confident. Again, if I have this belief that I always get what I want, I always win, would I waste my energy on something that I know is not going to be part of my story anymore? Like that's just living, bye-bye. Okay? No need to, you know, how they say, wrestle with pigs. So no need to do that. Focus on what you want. We have here Queen of Swords, and it's okay for you to show your teeth. You don't have to be an angel all the time. Two of Swords. You decide what you want to deal with, what you don't want to deal with. Let me see. Ace of Swords. Truth will be revealed. Okay, so we took 6. Now let's look at your person. Second row. Let's move this. Okay. Your person. We have Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Mysterious. Three of Wands. They're preparing some kind of surprise that has to do with travel. Maybe they want to take you on a trip, on a travel. 10 of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. I don't know why, but your person did have a fear of rejection with you. They were scared you were not gonna deal with them. I don't know, curse watchers, if you're still here, if you're here, give a big thumbs up if I'm correct. 6 of Wands, right. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. I feel like we are not blocked anymore here because we understand just how much love is here. So we trust the process now. Now let's talk about this. Let's start with you. So with you, I just feel like have fun with the 3 of Cups. Know that you're magnetic. Don't take another thing. Don't take everything so seriously, you guys. We as Scorpios, we do this thing all the time where we just, I mean, in some ways kind of cool, right? This is what makes us so deep, and this is what makes us so powerful and so magnetic and so dramatic. It's beautiful, right? That we are always going into these deep emotions, right? It's never shallow. Like even our shallow is the deepest most people have ever seen, right? In their lives. But at the same time, that's why I like the concept of like removing identification with things. Like if, let's just say, there is some kind of situation in your life that was making you so emotional and it felt like larger than life and there was all this intensity, like instead of going there just for the fun of it as an experiment, try to detach. Again, you're not letting anything go, you're not losing anything, you're just detaching, just experimenting, trying to look at things from different perspective. Imagine you're a different person. Like I've been having this experiment where I would imagine I'm this girl from the movie Clueless, you know, how she was clueless, right? And she was like, you know, just doing whatever she wanted and getting her way with everything. And just observe, like, what if you were a different person, how you would see certain things. Because again, I don't feel like you have to necessarily struggle so much with something. Again, I understand different people here have different situations, but for just the fun of it, just you can do it just by 5 minutes. I feel like some things that were so big for you in your imagination, in the way you were emotionally reacting to them, they are not so important. And again, in some, like, I don't know when exactly, but I feel like in the near future, could be a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months, you will look back and be like, oh my God, I cannot believe that I used to like sweat this so much. I shouldn't, like, why did I do that? So try to look at everything like lighter, try to have fun with it, try to be like more playful maybe, try to just have fun and just be more free, crazy, wild, do what you want. Like, what would you do if you knew you would get away with anything? Like, and I'm not saying go like do crazy stuff, you know, like dark stuff, but I'm saying like more in a fun way. If you could just do little mischievous stuff here and there. We have Sun and Gemini right now, right? So Gemini, like, it's mischievous energy a little bit, have a little bit of fun, like, just like, you know, like lighten things up a little bit. I feel like it's gonna help things a lot, because whoever you're dealing with, they are also like pretty deep and intense. So there's too intense energy. It creates so much drama. Like, we don't necessarily have to go there. We can make things lighter a little bit, lighten up. And with the Queen of Wands, be confident in yourself. Be confident in your intuition. Like, you can get exactly what you want. With Queen of Swords to the Two of Swords, you can just block people you don't want to interact with. Like, for some of you, you guys sometimes react to everything, right? You see so much on social media or whatever. You don't have to accept or look or even, you know, put into your consciousness things you don't want to deal with. If you don't like the way someone speaks, or something they posted or whatever, even if it's your person, let's just say they've been posting stupid shit on their page, or you don't like something maybe right now, you don't want to see something that was in their life before, and you're confident that this thing will be removed from their life and it's not going to be a part of their life anymore. Just mute them, and like, instead of like seeing whatever 3D reality is showing you, imagine things as you wish them to be. And again, this is like, if you want to consciously manifest things, sometimes that's how you do it. Like, think about it, right? When you're manifesting being wealthy, you do have to ignore your current circumstances if it's not your reality, and you have to really start thinking from the perspective, I get paid more, I, like, you know, my business is booming, whatever it is. Like, you have to disengage with previous reality. Know that you can get exactly what you want, and you're gonna get it. Like, you just have to really, 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 you know, keep being persistent with what you're creating for yourself. It's your life. Don't think about this for a second. We are brainwashed from the day we are born how we have to deal with hard facts. We have to deal with this real world. No, not necessarily. I mean, like, again, this is, everything here is on a spectrum, but it's your life. You get to create the fairy tale. If you want to live in a freaking fairy tale, I don't care if you're 50 years old, but if this is what makes you happy, who is to tell you that, no, you have to wake up and deal with hard truths of this cold and cruel world? No, you don't have to. It's my opinion, but you don't have to. If you want to live in a fairy tale, if you want to believe in a freaking fairy tale, go and believe in your fairy tale and manifest it for yourself. Nobody can tell you that, no, it's like not realistic. To who? Not realistic to them, maybe. To you, it might be. It's your life. At the end of the day, like, you know, you got to do it for yourself and live how you want to. Don't accept anything less. No. Trust that things will change, because they will. Now let's look at your person. Actually, I want to take one more card for you. I kind of almost want to get like advice. Okay. Yes, no, yes. I wanted to take something else. No. Yeah, we have here asking questions. You don't have to question things necessarily. Just go with your inspiration. Let go of darkness and think about what you want to create for yourself. That's what I'm getting. Okay. I feel like also socially it's going to get more busy for you soon. We have here separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, attraction. And I'm getting, like, for those of you especially who were kind of away from a person or something, you're going to re-attract them back even more than before. Again, if you're especially been affirming that you want to be married to your person, or you want to, like, you want people around you to start being more helpful, I feel like it's going to really work. There's something here about getting to know each other again and learning that maybe in the, like, before they didn't really know something about you, maybe you didn't know something about them, but I feel like you're making it work because you do feel like you're soulmates. Do remember to love yourself too, like, respect yourself. You can love another person, but it doesn't mean you have to lose self-respect, right? Obviously. There is a little bit something codependent you both have. And I feel like you're going to find out about some kind of codependency. I don't know what it is. When this person expresses how they feel about you, it's going to happen very soon. This could be the one. And there's some kind of vacation. You might go to Italy, I'm seeing, for some of you, or Vegas, like this. Try to not make it too happy. Try to be more playful. Somebody, it could be you or they, has released their ex. And we have here children. Your love life is being affected by children, true love. reconciliation. I'm just getting that maybe you like thinking about having family with this person or something like that. Could be different situations, but don't worry about the past. Focus on the present moment and know that it's safe for you to love. Again, like for most of us, there are fears, right? That certain situation may awaken. Like let's just say the person had a very clingy ex that would leave them alone. I've seen this many times. You don't have to be scared of how this is going to be an issue. If you have a belief that you can manifest whatever you want, you can create the exact relationship that you want. This person wants you and only you. Nothing is more important to them than you. Their ex, in fact, doesn't even want them anymore. She moved on to a different country, met the man of her dreams, who is giving her whatever she needs to, and nothing ties you, like nothing ties this person to them anymore. You have to feed the new story with your energy, consciously create it, instead of being like, oh my god, this is gonna be an issue. Or no, like if you consciously want to create different circumstance and not just deal with whatever comes and leave it to chance, you have to you have to train your mind to not go into places where there are things you don't want to experience. You have to consciously create outcomes and for yourself, because it's your life. And I feel like you're gonna succeed in what you're creating. Being very honest here, nothing is gonna be a problem. I'm seeing, unless you make it so. Like the past is gone now. Let's focus on the future. We have here, yeah, and you have to like believe in this. If you don't believe in this, no one will. Don't stop. You will reconsider how you view something. For some of you, again, this is general energy, obviously. For some of you, maybe there is a situation that's just not worth your time and energy. It's easier to, maybe there's too much baggage, too many problems, and you can deal with something better. You don't have to deal with it. For some of you, there's something better. You might consider this. Listen to your intuition, because obviously every situation is different. And you don't need to, the one thing is like whatever you choose to do, whether you're choosing to fix an existing situation with someone, or whether you just decided that you're going to move on and find something else, you don't need to worry. Like, regardless of what's happening, think about it like this. If you want this person, whoever they are, right? And if you decide that, you know what, I really love this person. I think this is really what I've been looking for all my life. Like, I don't know how, but like they just, like, they made me feel the way no one ever made me feel, and I cannot even explain it or whatever. I know that I'm confident I can create the relationship and the dynamic with this person that I want, or at least, you know, give it a try. Maybe some of you still kind of contemplating, you want to kind of go a little bit in, but not all the way. I don't know, different situations, right? If you're confident in that, you will create it. So you don't have to worry, because you will. And if, let's just say, you decide that, you know, I'm not certain that this is where I want to go, then, you know, you could go somewhere else and you could get a different situation. And it's a win-win, whichever way you go. So you don't have to worry in any case. And even if you decide to just focus on yourself and not deal with anyone for a while, it's like there is no need to worry. Regardless, you're in control. And I think also for some of you, what helps to remember and what helps me ground myself a lot is when I remind myself that I am in full control of how my life is going to unfold. I trust the process. I'm believing. I trust, you know, trust is important. We have here a year from now. Look at this, trust. And we have here, yes. And I don't know, for some of you, I'm seeing there's engagement coming in a year from now, maybe with this person even. So don't worry too much. Regardless, it's a waste of energy. Why worry when instead of like that, you can create what you want, and even if it doesn't show up here in 2 hours or tomorrow, you will be closer to your desired outcome versus dwelling and wasting energy in undesired outcome. You don't have to worry, okay? So now let's talk about your person. Oh God. So first of all, there is some kind of hidden energy with them that could have to do with future plans or with a trip far away, like some kind of faraway land trip. Maybe they are coming to surprise you in secret. Maybe they want to surprise you with some kind of trip. It has to do with an ending, some kind of ending, and they are now, like, if they were not single before, they are now single. And there's a reader, the only reader I ever watch is this Jennifer, I think. Shout out to her, like, lovely lady. So she Yeah, I've noticed in her readings whenever she has some kind of card, she says single and available to pursue. So how she says it's like this person, whoever it is you have in mind, maybe they were not single before, but now they are single and available to pursue, and they really, I don't know, they want to have a positive outcome. I feel like with you, but also in general in their life, they don't want to feel defeated because whatever they've dealt with before, I feel like it might have been making them feel defeated. They were scared they were not going to get what they want out of their life because of some kind of situation which is over now. And we have here 8 of Pentacles. It might have been a person, you know, through work, or you're working together, or they also work a lot. And I feel like if they work a lot, this could be how they are trying, you know, like they're basically like escaping whatever issues there were. 4 of Pentacles, there is some kind of stability. And something that before maybe was trying to keep them somewhere, but I feel like they, let me see. I don't know. I feel like this person made up their mind and made up their mind what they choose, and it might have been like there might have been some mess in their life. So for some of you, you were wondering, oh my god, why is this person not 100% pursuing me yet or whatever? It's because they were trying to make sense of some kind of mess that was happening in their life before. And they, like, I feel like they never had any bad intentions or anything. It's just like, oof. It was like they felt something that was going on in their life was truly not fair to them. And they did not know how to deal with it. They felt very lost. They felt a lot of pressure. What they did is basically just kind of, I don't know, just try to deal with, like, I don't, let me actually ask, because I'm not sure what they're trying to say. How did they deal with this? Yeah, look, guys, I cannot. Justice card. I was saying something was really not fair to them. And look at this with Justice card. I mean, maybe deep down they really did feel like some kind of, they were trying not to lose hope. They were trying to have faith all this time. I don't know, for some of you, maybe you inspired them to have faith. You showed them the path that things could be different, and that the darkness, Angel Delanoy, the darkness could be over. And with the Moon card, something's coming to light. Strength. Like, this is not strength, this is the Emperor, but I feel like their strength, something about their strength, the courage to leave things behind. The Magician, Temperance, and I feel like you've been very patient with what you've been manifesting here. And there were moments, if you're honest with yourself, where you did feel like there was this burnout, but at the same time, you got what you wanted anyway, because it's time for you to win. And I don't know how your victory is also connecting with their situation, because there is some kind of truth here that leads to a new beginning. There were conflicts which are over now because somebody finally walked away, and there was a battle maybe before and somebody felt very stuck, how would they say, between the rock and the hard place. King of Wands, because somebody, whatever, was manipulative perhaps, was trying to manipulate them through family or whatever, stuff like that. It's over, and the future is up to you, what you want to create. Now that you know that you won, you had your victory, now that you know that it's like it's been decided in your favor, you got what you wanted, and you're going forward now, what is the future you want to create? Because you cannot be also like dwelling in the past of whatever happened before for a long time. If you, let's say, had some kind of issue with this person because of their past behavior or past situation, whatever, you cannot, if you really truly decide that you want to go forward with this person and you want to create something, you cannot be dwelling on it. Yes, you can extract lessons, you can learn from it, but ultimately we cannot be looking back constantly. Like, if we decide to go into the future, that's where we have to go, because the sun here rises after a time of disappointment, after a time of towers maybe even, but at the same time it's like there is this deep knowing of this very deep connection here. And even if before there were some people who had opinions maybe about this or whatever, like, because there was some stuff going on before, basically it does not matter because it's over, right? With this black swan, if you think about it, I don't know if you guys, oh my god, 40 minutes, jeez. If you guys ever watched the movie Black Swan, like, which is very like deep, psychoanalytical and stuff, you know how in the movie, right, she, like, I forgot exactly the plot, but you know how she has all this like paranoia throughout the movie. She's so scared that this other girl was gonna steal the role, which she literally was preparing all her life for, right? In this Black Swan, she's supposed, like, if I remember the movie correctly, like that's how I remember it at least, she was preparing all her life. Like, she didn't have any life, she didn't have any friends, she didn't have do much. She was just preparing all her life to be this ballerina and to have this, you know, role. And imagine you're about to get what you always wanted, but there is someone who feels like, oh wow, what if they steal my person or this? And she goes through this whole mental agony and all these unrealistic scenarios in her head of what's gonna happen. In the end, she still, you know, she wins, at least how I remember, right? She dances and stuff. But the idea here is the struggle is over. Just accept that it's over. And we have here the lovers. You know why the struggle is over? Because it was always meant to be. And it's like the lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands. You don't have to be intimidated by anything. My friend Nia, who has Manifestation Channel, she has this super cool affirmation where you say, I am unmoved by appearances, therefore appearances move. So this is powerful also. Like, you don't have to react or deal with anything. You will get what you want. You have to trust it, but you also have to be a person who knows that they get what you want, who is not scared of anything. And this is 40 minutes, so we have to take this to the extended, but we'll continue with this. We'll take more. We'll do a spread. Like, we'll go, whoever resonating, do go into extended. We're gonna take my darker decks, these guys, and more in oracles too, to see more of whatever you need to know. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Love you all, guys. Links to everything down below. See you in the extended. Bye.